Lizzie's starting off the stream hot here, coming in with the 9 months of support. Thank you, Liz. Appreciate that. Welcome, everybody, to the Sunday broadcast. We're getting started. Hope everybody's doing well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is going to be something a little different. Just a little different. Sundays we usually spend time on Halls of Fate traditional server, which we're going to be there today, but we're going to be on a free-to-play account. So stay tuned. I'm not sure how I'm going to put this on YouTube or how I'm going to do it. I might do some editing, might give it a whirl, see how it goes. But we're going to create a free-to-play account and see what the differences are. Yeah, hardware. Yep. It's been requested a few times now, and I felt like today would be a good day to do it, I think. I think we're ready. I was actually going to do it on Caladem Tuesday, but it didn't make sense to do it on a Caladem Tuesday, so we did it on a Halls of Fate Sunday. So we're going to roll with it and see where we go. And I'm starting from fresh. This account is fresh. I've never made a character on this account or anything like that. So, like, it is a fresh, free-to-play account. One thing that I do want to say for people that are doing this or are going to do this, or if you're watching this video and you're realizing that you're in a free-to-play thing, one, when you get the launcher, make sure you go into, there's a little gear symbol on the launcher. You want to download the full files. Don't do the streaming version of the game. You have to go to the gear symbol, and then I think it's, I want to say either game version or update files. There you'll see a checkbox to download the entire game. That will take it longer, and you'll have to wait to play the game, but it is a much better gaming experience versus streaming the game. So just, that's the first tip. There we go. Number one, plays a lot better that way for sure. Number two, pick New Hollis Reeves if you want to join. Well, I'm thinking Dark Inside. I'm probably going to, I probably should have said this yesterday. I'm probably going to roll an Ogre Berserker. So we'll see. We might do New Hollis. I don't know, because I don't even know if I'm going. We'll get into it, Dark. We'll get into it. We can join up. We'll go through the whole thing and go see where we end up. Hardware says my first tune was a Berserker. I wanted to go with something that I would usually recommend somebody that comes in the stream and says, hey, what should I play? I'm new to EverQuest. What is my first character? So usually I go through the spiel of, like, what do you like? Do you normally do like a tank type? Do you do a caster type, rogue type, or healer type? Tank type, which is usually generally pretty on par for most things. You can solo a lot as a tank. Feels good. You learn the game. Later on in the game, it does come with some more roles to it, because you have to know the dungeons and know the fights and stuff like that, and know when to do call outs and all this stuff. But that's too much for a new player to go through. So if you're rolling a tank type, Monk and Berserker are my two go-tos for people that I recommend. Some say Shadow Knights are very well. I have not played a Shadow Knight before. I'm going to go with something that I've played before just for this free-to-play experience. So we're going to check that out. We're going to go through the whole character creation process, from logging in to getting into the game, where to go, what to do. We'll talk about what is your goal in the game. So, like, are you trying to hurry up and get to max level real fast? Do you just want to get to the current content of the game? Are you wanting to experience it as you play, like how it was back in the day? Because it's not, you can't, hard to do it that way, and it is very time consuming. So it depends on your play style, it depends on what your goal is for the game and all that stuff, and we're going to get into everything, all right, along with answering your questions in chat. So if you have anything, just holler at me, because there is so much to go over as a new player or a returning player that I'm guaranteed to miss things. Okay. First thing I already said the first thing, which was make sure you download the in full game. It doesn't default to that. It does like a streaming content kind of thing. And you can still play that way if you're just trying to get into it really fast and mess around for a few hours and you're not planning on doing it again, that's fine. But if you're planning on giving the game an actual try, then I'd recommend downloading the game, the full version. And you have to go into the gear symbol and go into the update files and make sure you check the box to download full game. With that out of the way, I don't know when we sign in for the first time, so if you're watching this on YouTube or later on the VOD, when I sign into the first time, I don't know if my current third-party interfaces are going to load. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't, since it's a new count. Maybe it goes and just does a default interface, which is what I'm hoping for, because I don't want to... If it does, then we'll go over third-party UIs and EQ2 maps and stuff like that. But if it doesn't, we'll go into where if you should kind of scenarios, okay? Maybe put new player free to play on your title today, Reeves. I can. Yeah, I can do that. Checking out free to play. Should I make that? I don't want to yell at people. I'm just gonna put it there. Okay, that's updated. Yeah, I can load the default, Grug. I just didn't want to, because when I first sign in, people are gonna be like, "Whoa, his interface looks way different than mine." So I just wanted to explain that before we get in there. Steam or no? I did not do Steam. That's a good question though, hardware, because you can download EverQuest 2 from Steam. I currently have it installed directly from the website. And usually when you go to the EverQuest 2 website, it'll prompt you to install from there. If you found EverQuest 2 through Steam and you're used to being inside Steam, you can install it that way. I think it still makes you patch the game anyways with the patcher, so it's like loading a game within a game at that point. So you're opening Steam just to open EverQuest 2. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how you want to do things. That's fine. I don't. Hardware says he does not recommend it. You should skip the Steam and do the download direct. Okay. This or Final Fantasy. Gotcha. Yeah, I've never done EverQuest 2 or any of the EverQuests from Steam, so I really don't have an opinion on it. But just know that this is directly from the EverQuest 2 website. It actually prompts you to download the game. So like say when you make your account on Daybreak website or EverQuest 2 website, you'll do the whole, your name, email address, verification, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as you hit save on that, it prompts you to download the game automatically. Anime Beard's like, back in the day, we had the quest uphill both ways, 3 feet in the snow, and we had no stinking Steam. All right. Well, with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. And I left it at this screen because EverQuest 2 gives you this option here to create a level 1 heroic character or just create character. The only reason I would say do a heroic character, and I usually don't because I don't recommend this at all, but if you're trying to see the play style for a higher level class, you can do this. The reason I don't recommend doing this is because it is locked at that heroic, and you actually have to spend money if you try to level the character to max. You'll get a few levels, and I don't know what the actual restriction is for it, but this is mainly just a trial character thing. That's the difference in there. And you're going to start at 100, and you're going to get a whole bunch of stuff on the screen. You're going to get a whole bunch of skills. You're going to get a whole bunch of potions. You're going to get a whole bunch of tutorial tips that are going to be flashing in your face. Everything's going to be going off. It's going to be very shock and awe with the create level 100 heroic. We're going to do the create character, which is the way I recommend experiencing EverQuest as a whole. You're going to create a level 1 character, and we're going to go into the world. Imagine a new player today logging into the original EQ1 UI. Hey, I do it every day. I pretend I'm new to EQ altogether every day. I was actually on my wizard yesterday over on Mischief for a little bit. He's almost level 3, but then I died twice, so I lost a lot of experience. Lizzie. All right, so we're going to create a character, and then this is going to give you a type of server. Okay. With the free-to-play account, I believe you're only going to be able to select traditional. These require membership, which is the Daybreak All Access. The All Access is $14.99 a month. There are different tiers. You can do like pay 3 months at a time, 6 months at a time, a year at a time, I think. There is savings there if you're planning on playing for that long. But if you do that, you'll have access to one, the PvP server, which is the event server, and then two, you'll have access to the Caladim TLE, Time Locked Expansion server, which I'll go over those later, but for the most part, you need to know that these are like a classic version of the game. They unlock expansions in the order that they were originally released. There's usually a time frame for those unlocks. The difference in these two, event and progression, the event server is player versus player enabled, and this one is just PvE, player versus environment enabled. So those are the two differences there. With the free-to-play account, we only have access to the traditional server, which is where we're going to be today. So we're going to create a character on there. And then you're going to be able to select your archetype, which is you got either fighter, priest, mage, or scout. And this goes back to like what I was saying. It depends, and that's why I always ask people that are like, hey, what class should I play? So I always start with what do you like? These are the four mains that I usually ask people. Do you like a fighter? Do you like a priest? Do you like a mage? Or do you like a scout? And then usually from there, we can break it down into the classes. And I believe EverQuest 2 has like, what, 27 classes? 28 classes? Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 classes. There are two, actually, yes, there are two classes that are actually, even if you buy the most recent expansion, you still have to buy the two prestige classes. One is Beast Lord, which I already have unlocked on this account. Or no, I don't actually. This is a brand new account. So Beast Lord's not an active, it's not a prestige class anymore, just Channeler. That's interesting. Did not know that. I did not know that. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird, Dark Inside, right? I thought Beast Lord was a prestige. I'm on a free-to-play account. Yeah, that's cool though. So Channeler is the only one that is a Daybreak Cache one now, I guess. And Snookin, what's going on, man? He's saying actually I'll get all access and then buy the class, and then you actually get a discount too for that. So that's pretty cool though. I didn't realize that Beast Lord wasn't a. That's cool. I learned something today. Look at that. All right. So I usually ask like, what do you want to play? For fighters, I usually recommend Monk or Berserker. They're pretty easy to learn. They're easy to learn, hard to master, but I mean they're good classes to go with. The Guardian is more like full on tank. Bruiser is like a better DPS version of the Monk. Paladin and Shadow Knight are both hybrid tanks. They're both pretty equal. This Paladin focuses on group heals. Shadow Knight focuses on AoE damage. Priests, we have Templar, Inquisitor, Warden, Fury, Mystic, and Defiler. And Channeler. Like I said, we're not going to talk about Channeler though, because I've never played a Channeler, and it's also a prestige class. If you're starting a healer, I would recommend Warden or Inquisitor. Inquisitor is my favorite. Warden is my second. I just have a Defiler on PvP. I haven't gave them much attention yet, but these are the two that I would recommend starting at as a healer. You got your Warden, which is your Druid type, and then your Inquisitor, which is like a cleric, but evil. Well, not evil, but like more DPS. Templar is full on heals, slow DPS, slow killing. Inquisitor is a little bit faster. And then Dark Inside is saying Channeler is basically a DPS healer. Yep. Channeler is like a ranger, but also druid, right? Would you say ranger warden, or would you say ranger Templar? I would say ranger warden, I would think, in my head. I haven't played one, so I can't really speak to them too much. Ranger Warden, yeah. So I would recommend either Warden or Inquisitor. Just know as if you're soloing as a healer type, you're going to want a high DPS friend or duo partner. Not saying you can't do DPS on these guys, but starting off from like 1 to 35, you're going to be kind of slow killing stuff, but you won't die, so that's a good thing. Johnny V says, what are you doing? New tune. Johnny, we're checking out the free-to-play account. I made a free-to-play account. We're going over all the differences in free-to-play today. So, should be interesting. Which, by the way, I learned something, Johnny, and I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently Beast Lord is no longer a prestige class. I'm on a brand new free-to-play account, have never made a character here yet, haven't done anything with it, and I have access to Beast Lord. Never knew that. I learned something right there. So you can be a free-to-play. You cannot spend a dime on the game, and you can make a Beast Lord character. Yeah. But like Beast Lord and Channeler have a little bit of a learning curve more than the other classes. But at this point, you're going in brand new anyways, so there's going to be a learning curve on everything. Today, we're going to start out as a fighter. We're going to go Berserker. There's a little bit of lore they give on each of the classes, so you can read that if that is your fancy. I'm terrible at reading, so we're not going to go over all that. Beast Lord is much fun. Not a recommended for newbies. Yep. They were designed for people who had experience already. Gotcha. And Johnny says, I love the Zerk. Yep. Berserker was one of my favorites back in the day. It was actually one of my first mains. Technically, my first main was a Guardian. No, it was Berserker because then I swapped to Guardian. So, pretty cool. We're going to start as a Berserker. We're going to go next. Now here, depending if you're on, since we're on a free-to-play account, we're not going to be, can't play on the TLEs. Johnny redeemed ad time right now, man. It's a good call. Let me go ahead and play the ad time. We'll wait. Okay, I'm going to play the ad time. We'll get some new people in here, and then we'll continue down the thing. Running an ad. Which merc with the Zerk? I haven't know. I don't even know. I don't know if I have access to Mercenaries right now, hardware. We're going to go into this. I haven't played it on a free-to-play account in a long time. I gotta wait for a rabid. Can you guys still hear me through the ad? Because I know it just puts my thing up over the chat. I don't know if they can still hear me. Like, people that aren't subbed. You guys are subs. You're special. You shouldn't have an ad. But I don't know if non-subs can hear me during this ad time. Got 25 seconds. There are non-subs? Shame.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Did you finish the class walkthrough? For completeness. I thought I did finish it. Did I not finish it, Snookin? What did you need to know? Oh, I think you were talking about, so like if you're okay, yeah. Okay, I got you. And ad breaks over. We all back? Are we here? We're all back, right? Okay, we're back. So we went over to fighter, just to summarize. We went fighter. For new players, I would recommend either monk or berserker. Priests, I would recommend warden or inquisitor. Mages, I would recommend necromancer. This is hard because necromancer is just all powerful. I'm going, this is going to be I'm going to piss some people off here. I can feel it. I'm going to make people mad with this, but I'm going to say necromancer. For a new player, remember guys, this is new player, not returning players. Returning players, you pretty much already know this, I think. For new players, it's going to be illusionist. So it's either going to be necromancer or illusionist. Technically, you could probably go either conjurer or necromancer on that. So conjurer, necromancer, illusionist. Because one, they all three have pets, right? And that's going I knew I was going to make people mad. That's going to save you as a caster when you get into like some crazy fights. So that's the only reason I'm recommending these three. Any of these three. If you want to go into it, balls to the wall, free to play, and you're a good caster, you're good at moving around, you got good movement, wizard, warlock, courser, you really can't go wrong with any casters, honestly. What about druid for access to heals? Well, yeah, I said either Warden or Inquisitor for my healer classes. We're doing Mage. So either one of these three. The reason I'm doing this, Jorm, I think people are still coming into the stream, so I apologize, guys, if I'm repeating myself. But the reason I'm doing this is because usually one of the questions I ask somebody in chat is, which archetype do you enjoy to play the most? Because one, don't ever, and I don't recommend people playing characters that people say the server needs. Play the character you're going to enjoy. I would much rather have you in a group with me that on a class that you enjoy playing versus a class that you're just playing to fill a role. So thank you. I got a new follower. I am all over the place today, guys, and I apologize. Kodiak, thank you for that follow. Welcome, bud. Appreciate you, man. So, fire types, we're going to do either Monk or Berserker. Priest types, we're going to do Warden or Inquisitor. Mage types, really can't go wrong with any mage. For brand new players, I'd probably go Necromancer or Illusionist. That's just my first go-tos. So, there we go. Rabid Wookie, pets are good for helping new players. Yes, they are, man, for real. Like it can help you learn the game a lot easier. With that said, like going back to the 100 heroics, these two, Necromancer and Illusionist, can be highly overwhelming if you boost the character. With that said, if you boost your character, there is a lot to learn on both of those. So I would highly recommend playing from level 1 to max on either one of these. Just to save you time researching rotations for your spells, different types of pets, all sorts of crazy buffs, everything. But for casters, I'm going to stick with Necromancer or Illusionist. Scouts, I always do the go-to, which I love Swashbuckler as a brand new scout person. I haven't played any of the dirges or any of the bards, so I really can't recommend them. But if you're going to, if you made me force between Troubadour or Dirge, I would probably go Dirge and Ranger. So if it's off the top of my head, Swashbuckler or Ranger is my two choices there for brand new people. What's up, 50 Cal? And hello, everybody that has been joining the stream. I apologize. Sometimes Twitch sends out notifications late, so if you're just now getting here, I appreciate you being here. Today we are checking out free-to-play on a brand new free-to-play account. We're seeing everything we have access to, and we've already learned one new thing. Beast Lords can be accessed via free-to-play. Did not know that. So that's pretty cool. What's up, fans? How you doing, dude? Riverflow, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the community. Appreciate you being here. But yeah, okay. So re-summarizing fighters, we're gonna go Berserker, Monk, Priest. We do Warden, Inquisitor, Mages, Necromancer, Illusionist, Scouts, Swashbuckler, or Ranger are my two choices for each archetype. So that covers what should I play. So you have to go off your previous MMO history. If you've never played an MMO before and you don't know what you're getting into, I always recommend rolling fighter. You can't go wrong as a beefy person just running around smacking things. It's just my thing. With the fans, can you tank as a Berserker? Yes, you can. You can actually tank very well as a Berserker, and they have crazy AoE, so it's easy to like pull whole rooms of stuff, and it's awesome. Which is actually, with the fans, what we're making today. We're making a Berserker today. So, another question that is always asked in chat. What race should I play? Currently, with the version of EverQuest 2 and where we are at in the world of EverQuest 2 on traditional servers, races really don't matter. You can play whatever you want. You can be good, evil, neutral. The reason they do matter is it depends on the city that you're starting in. So good characters are going to be over in Kinos. You can still play with evil players, so if you have friends that are evil, then you can still meet up in places. You're going to be killed on sight in certain cities. So like a Kenos person can go into Freeport in certain scenarios as long as there are no guards around. Neutral, they can go into either one, Kenos or Freeport. Evil is mainly out of Freeport. There's different factions within evil. So you have like on the evil side, you have Gorwind, Neriak, and Freeport. Kenos, you have Kenos, Frostfang, or Hollis, and wait for it, the tree place, Greater Fadark. New Hollis. Yes, New Hollis is the Frostfang Sea. So I want to say Kelthian. There we go. I remembered. Long live the Froglock. Yeah. So that's, I mean, races before, when it was all faction based, you had to, like, if you wanted to play with your friends and be with them all the time, you wanted to choose the same faction. Not so much anymore. You can have evil factions in the same guild as good factions. Same with neutral. Neutral, you can go pretty much, you can make this character and pop into any place you want to pop into. You'll notice some of the races have a little Daybreak Cache sign on them, which are these are the newer types of races. So we have the Vashir, we have the Arakin, we have the Free Bloods, which are like vampires, and then there's no new evil ones, so just these guys. So we got Vashir, which is a Daybreak Cache, Arakin, and Free Blood. I believe you get Vashir unlocked if you purchase the most recent expansion, which is Reign of Shadows. So if you purchase Reign of Shadows, that comes with the Vashir race. The other two races, the Arakin and the Free Blood, have to be purchased separately outside of all content, to my knowledge. And the Arakin comes with wings. Which you can roll as a Fae, free to play. Again, did not know that. I honestly thought Faes were a premium race. Did not realize that. So I learned two things today. One, free to play can be a Beast Lord. Two, Fae. You can play as Fae. Isn't there? I thought there was another one. There was. What's the evil? Yeah, the Asari. I thought that was a premium too. Pretty crazy. So Asari and Fae are free to play now. You just have Vashir, Arakin, and Free Blood. Now, when you look at these, the races do have different. We'll go into it when we get in. I'll go over it when we actually make our character. We're gonna roll Ogre for our Beast Lord, and we're gonna do male Ogre because he's gonna be a beast. We also have alternate appearance. Okay. Now, when I click on this alternate appearance, you're going to notice some of the icons change here and the overall look of the characters. There's two different sets of models for your races. The first one is what is originally launched with the game, which we call, I don't know what we call those actually. I just call them the old skins. But you have your alternate appearance, which are your Soga appearance things. And they kind of have more of a, how would you describe it? Eastern look, almost like an anime type look to them. So let's try, like, I don't know how to, some of them don't change. Like, so we got, okay, halflings, alternate appearance on a halfling. Okay. High elf, you got the old model, new model. Dwarf, you have old model, new model. Erudites, I don't think have not much difference going on there. High elves. See, there's different change there. Gnomes are another big one. They change a little bit. Barbarians go pretty crazy too. Yeah. So I personally myself stick with the old skin. I want to see what this ogre looks like with the alternate appearance. Yeah, see, like, I don't know. It's like a bad version of Hulk or something. But, yeah, I personally enjoy the old models myself just because of nostalgia. One, I played the game back in alpha and beta, so like I'm just used to the older things. I did not like it when they went with these. I do believe, no, because this is, well, it might save some of my settings, but I think you're defaulted to the Soga appearances. I think you have to turn on alternate appearance. I enjoy the old models. They just look better to me. Frankenstein looking ogre, yeah. So we're gonna do an ogre today. Sarnax again. I thought Sarnax were prestige, but man, Sarnax are pretty cool looking as well. Ooh, Sarnak Beastlord. I mean Berserker. I don't know, Chad. I kind of. I might roll a Sarnak Beastlord. I mean Berserker. I think I'm going to. Yep. Done. Going Sarnak. Let's see if is there a difference in female versus. What's going on with the jaw there? Why is the head bob? Females are larger. Got longer claws too. All right. Sarnax are where it's at. We're on a Berserker Sarnak. They've never been premium as well? Trolls? I rolled a Troll Defiler. I don't... The new race does it too? Nice, Rain. Okay, it's all right. Got dark inside. Thank you, man. You're good. Trolls are a good class too. They're large. Are good class. I keep saying class, and I mean race. Ogres, trolls, Sarnax. They're considered large races. Sometimes the armor looks weird on Sarnak and stuff like that. What's up, Mod? Words are hard. They are very, very hard. Why would you pick a troll though? They have a decent racial passive, I believe, for food that adds to your duration, I believe, of food. But I think everybody gets that now, honestly, because I don't think races really matter as much in EQ2, with the exception of you liking your character. So you want to pick something that you like. So if you walk in and you really, 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 really love the way a dwarf looks, one, kudos. Two, you can pretty much be whatever on that race. Because remember, we picked our class before we picked our race. So whatever class you're going to be, you can pick whatever race you want to be on that. If you want to be an ogre wizard, you can be an ogre wizard, and that's fine. The differences, like I said, come to one, your starting city. Two, you have some passive buffs that don't really, they're not super, like they don't really give you as much as they used to. I don't know how to say it. But it's not as big of a deal anymore with race. Certain things are nice. Some passives are nice, but not huge. Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's. I can't tell a new player to like, yeah, you want to make sure you're a free blood because free bloods have better DPS or something like that. It really doesn't matter. They have different passives that might make it a little bit in certain areas nicer, but it's not going to affect your overall gameplay experience. Not like before, where your class actually depended on your race depended what class you're going to play, because they used to do races because then you would choose your race and then that would show you the class breakdown. So like only erudites, you can really be a warrior as an erudite or something like that. But they're like Hardware said in chat, they're long gone now. It's not that big of a deal. You're going to pick your class, and then you're going to pick your race. We're going to go with Sarnak Berserker. That's where we're going. And then we're going to click next. They do have a little torch option. That doesn't really do anything anymore. You can load your different settings if you have anything, because now we're going to go into customizing our character. So we're going to go next. My thing that I usually do, some people go down and customize every inch of the character. What I like to do is I'll hit randomize all and just kind of go through some of these looks and see what sticks. I also like to take off the armor. Where I thought I could anyways. Maybe I can't. I thought there was a way to take off armor. I guess there's not. I really thought there was. Holy Jesus. Look at those horns. I think we found our Berserker on the helm. He looks mean. So usually what I'll do is I'll pick my class, pick my race. On customization, I'll usually hit random until I find something that I'm like, oh, that's it. And then I can go in and actually customize different things. So like if I like this build, but I want to change like the color, I can do, then I'll go in and do that. So pattern, we have, this one is scaled plate, 2 colors. We're just going to go through here. Do warrior, ashburn, awakened spirit, mire coat. Ooh, old scar, 2 colors. I kind of like that. I like that one. And then that's usually how I go about creating. There's no wrong way to customize your character. You can do anything you want with it. This is probably what I'm going with. Anime Beard says, yeah, once upon a time, it was really hard trying to get be a caster if you weren't erudite, high, or dark elf. Yep. There are only a few helmet and display correctly on the Sarnak. I gotcha. Are you trying to tell me I'm ugly, Jorm, and that I need to be careful because I can't hide myself with the helmet? Is that what you're trying to tell me right now? Once upon a time, the character created never worked. Never had armor on, which is perhaps what you were thinking of. True. Could be true, yeah, for real. Yeah, you always were just naked here. This has some green in it. It's got more green on the body. I didn't like the green on the front. On too much on the face. I think I like this. This is pretty nice. I'm not sure, is there a way to customize the facial horns? I want to do chin horn angle size. They're large. Oh no, that's the other ones. That's cheek, duh. Chin. Like right there. Actually, the cheek one needs to come down too. The cheeks are huge. There we go. And then brow. There we go. Hell yeah. I like that. Jaw, maybe just a tad. Cool. I'm saying that the distinctive Berserker may or may display correctly, so if you complete the quest in KOS, you may be disappointed. Berserker helm. Gotcha. No, it's all good. I don't usually run around with helms on. with the exception being my paladin, my dwarf, because that armor set was pretty badass. As a Sarnak, I don't know. And also, I don't know how long we're going to be playing this character for. This is mainly just a tutorial to answer questions about a free-to-play account. But thank you, Jorm. Good looking out, man. For real. 2 colors allow for more customization as well. Cool. I'm actually pretty happy with this, I think. This looks... I like this. It's got a very jungle dragon look to him, I think. I'm digging it. Okay, so we're going next. So next, after you get your class chosen, your race chosen, and then you're customized, it's going to give you your starting cities. Okay, default is usually Neriak. It used to be the Outpost, which is like this island that you start on, or Gorwind. Sarnaks are from Gorwind. I actually haven't visited Gorwind in a long time, and I know some people that were going to be playing with me might be mad at me, but we're going to start on Gorwind. Actually, no. Change that. We're going to start on the Outpost because I want to see if free-to-play characters have access to the Agnostic Dungeons. So we're going to start on the Overlords Outpost. Is where we're going to start. But you can choose any of these 3. The Neriak, when you start in Neriak, it actually walks you through a timeline where that ends with your first mount. So if you're into questing, highly recommend starting in Neriak. It's going to run you through Darklight Woods timeline, and you're going to get access to a mount at the end of that timeline. So you'll be around level 18, level 20, and you'll have access to that. Gorwin does as well, Jorm. Nice. So Gorwin also has it. I haven't done Gorwin in a long time, since Canark released for EverQuest 2. So that's good to know too. But they all have decent timelines. So like the Neriak and Darklight gear is comparable to Neriak timeline. Sweet. Really haven't done that. So if you're questing and you've never played the game before, I'm going to highly recommend starting in either one of these cities. If you create a good character, a good character, you'll be in Kinos, which you're going to have access to the Queen's Outpost. You'll have access to Frostfang Sea, and you'll have access to Kelethin, which is over here on this island. Those go the same way. Frostfang Sea ends in a mount, Kelethin ends in a mount, and then you have your Outpost. The reason I'm going to go Outpost is because I want to see what free-to-play has access. If you have access to Agnostic Dungeons, we're good because you can get gear, armor, spells, and all that from those dungeons. And you can run them solo. It's a good time in those. If we don't have access to those, then we're going to go over and we'll start in Gorwind or Neriak, one of those 2. Yes, that's what we're doing. Okay. They are only in the Outpost. The Outpost is closer to Freeport, which is where I need to go for the Agnostic Dungeons. You can still get to Freeport from Neriak or Gorwin. It's just more clicks, is all. I can go into here. Actually, it's about the same, I guess. Yeah. Trying to think of other things that might be hinting, like if you start in Gorwin, closer than a single bell click. I mean, that's what I'm trying to think about right now, Beard, is like when you start, because if I start on the Outpost, it's going to put me on the boat, and I have to run through the boat. If I start in Gorwin, it might actually... Moving around in Stormhold is annoying as a Sarnak. Okay. Let's start in Gorwin. Might be faster. Near right there, I can just port to. Oh, you'll always start on the boat? Okay. Let's pick Gorwyn. 1, we picked the Sarnak, so the Sarnak have constructed Gorwyn, a grand and formidable city within the heart of the volcanic archipelago in the ocean of Timor's Deep. They allow outsiders, but use caution as you venture through the streets, as the tempers can boil faster than the sulfurous water they overlook. So let's start there. Gorwyn it is. Next, it's going to make you pick a name and pick a server. I highly recommend starting on Halls of Fate. The reason I say that is because we have a Casual Taverns community there. We'll get you a guild invite. We can get you set up. We can answer questions off stream or outside of the recording as well. There's always somebody on to help out. We can actually craft you some bags, get you some newbie gear going, get you set up and help you out when needed. So I would highly recommend here. There are 4 other servers you can start on. You can start on Antonio Bale, Skyfire, Majdul. I recommend Halls of Fate. And then you need to think of a name. You could hit the random button and it will generate a name for you. Usually they are not really very good. They're usually just a bunch of random letters put together. So you'll probably already have a username that you want to use for your character. We're going to use Sarbus. Instead of Rebus, we'll use Sarbus. Yeah, I like Sarbus. Super original. We're good. Sarbus. Or should I do like not Rebus? No, we're going to do Sarbus. Sarbus is good. Hardware you do, man. We'll get you. And your PvP is in Neriac, so it'll be good contrast. Yeah, I've done a lot of Darklight Woods. Alright, so let's hit play. So we got a Sarnak male, Gorwind, evil, Berserker. Play. Say you do not like your customization once you get into the game, for whatever reason. Don't fret. You can go to a barber in the game, and they'll give you a cut and shave. What you can do with the cut and shave is that will allow you to alter the appearance of your character later on. For 1 gold, yeah. But you can get that there. I actually think they mail you one after level something. Don't you get one for free in the mail? Once you hit like level 10 or something like that? If I remember right. So, there's that. So this is what I was afraid of when I loaded into the game. It has my third-party interface installed. Since it's here, we're going to talk about it because I don't think it's needed at the beginning for every person. The reason I say that is you should use the default interface until you find something about the default interface that you don't like. For instance, my reason that I went to a third-party interface was my crafting window. I wanted my crafting window to be 1 full page instead of recipes and then progress. So I wanted it to be all on 1 page. What I'm going to do for this stream is I'm going to disable my third-party interface. All right? So let me do that first, and then we'll go through things, which... Wait a minute. If I disable my third-party interface, will that disable it on my other account? Different INI files? Well, I thought that, Grug, but... Okay, I'm going to hit cancel on that because that window that I just canceled out of is it's looking at all my other characters on my account and it's asking if I want to load one of their presets that I've already done. I don't want to do that because we're not going into that right now in this stream. What I need to do though, you're going to get this little window that comes up. It's got your tutorial tips on here. It's got a player guide. It's got my dark UI help thing there that There's a bunch of information that you're not going to see. Tutorial, part of helper guide. Closing that out. We have a free-to-play window that came up here where it's selling you all access, this feature of all access. You get 500 day break cash per month. You got 10% off store items. 5 more character slots, which free-to-play, you get 2 character slots. Exclusive in-game items, sell items via the broker, and more, which I'm assuming, I guess we don't have access to the broker as a free-to-play. Not a huge deal at the beginning of the game. Not a huge deal. It will come into play later when you're trying to make money, though. There's a command to change it? Yeah. I just want to load the default interface for EverQuest 2. I don't want new players to... /load UI settings. No, I don't want to select another character. I just want my default interface. I don't know if I can do this without changing the game. Load UI. Oh god. See, this is what I'm afraid of though. Is it going to fuck up all my other characters though? Or just this character? I guess it's not a huge deal because I can just reload. Just this one. Here we go. Well, I might be doing interface stuff tonight, I guess. So I'm going to choose my default to get default. All right. Default interface. Here it is. It's all here right now. It's the default. This is what you'll get. Ignore the part where it had the third-party interface. And like I said, third-party interfaces are not a requirement. They are something you will want later on in the game, and that's when to research that. You don't have to worry about them right now because that's just adding a whole nother layer to the game of things that is going to be coming to your face. There is one interface option that I would recommend if you find yourself playing the game on a regular basis, and that is EQ2 Maps.
Phrasing?
Thank you, Dagon. The EQ2 Maps is highly recommended because of questing and getting around, and it shows points of interest on the map. With the default map, you do have a few points of interest here. Also, you should have access, if I talk to this guy and get his quest.
I was beginning to think
I'm not going to listen to you right now.
that's good.
I want to see. So on the default map, you will have, not all zones have it, but some of the newer zones, some of these old zones and newer zones will have a teal little section on the map. So you don't automatically need EQ2 Maps right off the bat. The quest where EQ2 Maps helps is like, say your quest is to gather a book from a section of the map. Well, this is mainly going to give you this area. EQ2 Maps will actually have an icon that says this is where that book's at, and there's usually like a player note on that that says look under the table or zoom in to first person view or something like that to show you what you have access to. So that's why I recommend EQ2 Maps, but not a huge thing. You don't need it the first day logging in. You can just play around, see if you're going to enjoy the game. So here, when I first sign in, I would usually move things around and reset the interface how I want to set it. You can hit F10 and that will open up. It will show you the major windows here. So you can resize things here. I'm going to resize my chat box. Make this a little bit better looking here. Okay. Make this a little bit bigger. Guess it can only go that way. I'm going to put these up here.
Gizzards?
Hey, call me shit, all right? Move that there.
gizzards?
You want to fight? Just back off, dude. Alright. Maintained spells. Put that over here for right now. This is my group window. So we'll put that here. Yeah, you better shut it. That there. I'm going to move this. Put that there, and I'm going to put this here. These windows are also resizable. You can kind of make them a little bit longer, bigger, whatever you want to do.
Have you slit their gizzards?
Breathe. Okay. There. Another thing I'm going to recommend for a new player is you're going to want two. Some people play with one chat box. You might want two chat boxes. The reason I do two, you can click on the chat window here and do new chat window. You're going to put that up there or wherever you want to put it on your screen. The reason I do this is because I can separate my general chat and everything else. So we're going to name this what we're going to name this. What do we want to name this chat? This is second chat. World chat. In here we're going to do turn that off. We're going to do general and looking for group. And put that up there. And down here, we're going to go into chat options. And you can access chat options by right-clicking on the chat tab. And then you'll see chat options. When you make a change in that tab that you have for that, it only affects that tab. For instance, you see that I have up here, I have world chat. And then I have general up here. And I got general here. You have to go into that chat and turn those off on that window. And then it'll take them out. I usually recommend also matching the Windows settings. So this is, and you can change like the fading and all that stuff. I think I can just, hold on one second. Can I just do Windows settings default? I don't think that does it actually. Go away. No, it's not going to do it. Okay, so Windows settings, mouse over normal. Do normal. I think that's right. These go over all the way. Okay. There we go. Just want to see if that does what I wanted to do. Main combat, harvesting tells, and guild chat is what Hardware is recommending. That is awesome. I turn off general and just use guild chat. Nice. I just put everything like that in main. That way it's there if I need to, if I can ignore it most of the time. General chat can be fun sometimes. Emphasis on sometimes. It's not as bad as WoW chat, true. Feels so anal now. I use 4 chat windows, one of which has 9 tabs. The other 3 are guild, group, and last tells. The reason, and I'll tell you guys, the reason I put mine up here is sometimes I'm in a group and I have my main chat and I got my group chat and guild chat going on here. I can still monitor the LFG chat up here without having to tab over. So I can still see what's being talked about in the world up here versus like guild chat and group chat and all the other things that happen in here. Down here, I usually do have tells. I have tells, direct tells go to my main. I'll have a tab for, I'll add a tab for NPC. So we'll do NPC. And then here I'm going to go and We'll have spam on there, but I'm going to do non-player tells. Go to there. Customer service goes to there. That's fine. NPC say goes there. Actually, hold on. No, NPC does. I need NPC on the other one. Narrative goes there. Actually, is narrative? I don't remember. That one gets tricky. You're going to be changing these settings a lot because sometimes you need to know when the mob is saying certain things, but that's later on, not really right now in the new player experience kind of thing. But I usually recommend doing this because you're going to get a lot of spam on your main chat. So like here, you're gonna have some important stuff going through here. You got your combat, which is your hits and stuff like that, and then your NPC, which is here. The NPC, when you go up and talk to somebody, it generates a lot of noise in your chat. So it's good to do it there. I've said it for years. EQ2 is basically a complex chat client. Really, it really is. So ACT triggers are for nice. Yeah, true. All right. So you can do the interface however you want to do it. Whatever's your fancy on things. You're going to be changing stuff out a lot. But yeah, this is the world. This is the world we're in right now. What I'm going to do now, and what I'm going to do now is different than what I'm going to recommend doing. If you're a brand new player, brand new, never played the game or anything like that, you're trying to decide if you're going to throw money at the game, you want to quest. You're going to do timelines. So anybody that has these orange feathers over their heads, you're going to want to run and do their quests. They're easy to do. One, because once you get them, you can read the history, read the lore. They're going to tell you what they need from you, and then you're going to have like a geolocation on your map that will allow you to go out, and you'll see feathers on the mobs. You can run up to them, start a fight, kill them, and you're going to click on your abilities down here. Another thing I usually do is I'll open 4 hotbars. This is just my personal preference. Everybody's different. So I usually open up 4 hotbars. And the reason that I do that is I separate all of my stuff depending on what it is. So like my direct damage usually goes down here. I usually get rid of the sprint. I have a whole video on hotbar settings and stuff already, but if you right click on any of the hotbars, you can access hotbar settings from there. And when you get in hotbar settings, there's a whole nother line of customization you can go through. You can spend days upon days upon days of customizing your interface. Super customizable. We're not going to get into that today because then I'd be here for 3 hours just talking about hotbar customization and interface customization. That could be a whole nother video. We're trying to go deep into the new player experience and what to do. Grug's like, I got time. If for some reason you find yourself not able to drag icons around after you make new hotbars, you have to right click, go to hotbar options, click the little button that says allow draggable icons. That will allow you to drag things and put it elsewhere. Like I said, I like to separate my abilities. I'll usually have a line for direct damage, a line for damage over time, a line for heals, and a line for buffs. Usually my buffs go up on my top bar, my direct damage stays on this bar, and then I'll usually do like taunts or something or whatever else. That's how I separate things. Not saying that's the way to do it, but that's how I do it. Also, when you have your bar, what I usually like to do as well is I'll organize the abilities in highest damage to lowest. So like I'll usually have high damage buffs first, and I'll usually cast in that order from left to right. That's usually mine. So like I said, you can play however you want to play, but I usually do highest to lowest, and then I go left to right when I'm casting stuff, for the most part. All right. These 2 abilities right here aren't necessarily needed. The ranged one you will use as a tank. The melee one is I usually just throw off the bar because whenever you run up, say you run up to this and you want to start a fight, you can double click on him or just hit an ability and your auto attack will automatically start. So that's how you fight things. Cool. Okay. And like I said, you're going to want to run through the timelines and kill things and follow the quest, read the lore. It's super, super intuitive, and it actually like helps you understand what's going on in the world. What I'm going to do though, because I want to test, I want to see if free-to-play players have access to the, I want to see if they have, I'm trying to figure out where I'm at right now. I want to see if they have access to the Agnostic Dungeons. Nick, what's going on, man? It's going pretty good, dude. We're going over free-to-play today, Nick. I made a free-to-play account, and I'm just running around. Dark Inside saying they do. Do the quest up until you get to the cloak and the mount. Yep. The cloak is not, if you can, if free-to-play players can access Agnostic Dungeons, my thought process for new players might be different. It might make more sense for them to just, I don't know, because questing is fun. But we're gonna see. I just want to see if they have access to it. Dark Inside says they do. They do. I used them when I was free to play. Nice. Because I feel like the Agnostic Dungeons are the best way to level up in the game. What I'm doing right now, and you might have saw me, see how I clicked on this point of interest right here? That will give you like a directional thing. So you'll get like this orange glow wisp that shows you where to go. This will come in handy if you're in an area that you don't know the route or the path to get out of. Sometimes the yellow path will help. Sometimes it makes it worse. I'm not going to lie. The orange path lies at times, so you have to kind of run around. Thank you for that round of 280 copper. Appreciate you. But just know it is there to try and help, but sometimes it lies to you. Like it just did to me. Did I miss flight path? How do I get out of here? Incoming death? Oh god. What's that down there? Jump up here? And jump. Jump. Nope. Okay. I don't know. Good question. Let's go find out. Was there a bell here though? Didn't see a bell. See some merchants. Let's check it out and see. Can you solo Agnostic Dungeons? Yes, you can. Traditional servers are very focused, in my opinion, on, leveling experience in EQ2 on traditional servers is very focused solo. Once you get to the higher end of the game and you're doing in-game heroics and stuff like that, then you're going to be group focused. But for the most part, starting out, you're going to be solo. Is beside the... Oh, there is a world bear there. Look at that. Okay, good eyes, guys. Very good eyes. So we're going to click on this world bell, and this is going to be your fast travel. You'll notice free-to-play players don't have access to the fast travel icon. So free-to-play players can fast travel using the bells. You don't have access to the world map fast travel. You do. What? Free-to-play players can just fast travel anywhere? Hold on. That makes things so much easier. Map, which you can hit map is M, or you can click on the EQ2 button and go to map there. You'll have this little icon up here that says fast travel. And then this lets you, I think, let's see if it lets me travel anywhere. I'm going to go to Freeport. Nope, you cannot. Would you like to travel to fast travel? Price is 49 day rate cash. You saved. Yeah, so it actually uses daybreak cash to fast travel. So we're going to use the world bell. Let's use the world bell, and we're going to go to Freeport. Okay, it didn't charge me for that. So free-to-play players don't have access to the fast travel other than at the bell. Can you check if you can get the free free hair from the market? We can check it out. Market. Is there like a free items place in here? No. What are we looking for? Where's that at? Search hair. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to home. Hair. Oh yeah, look. The pets. All the rabbits are free. Even the newer ones. That's cool. If you want to access the cash shop, you just click on the little cart icon on your interface, and that takes you right over here. And you can go through all the things. Let's see if we have any free mounts. I don't see any free mounts. No free mounts. Okay. You can also do, I just want to check something. I want to do /claim. You have access to a welcome home potion pack. This includes a superior potion of the advanced, a potion of vitality, 2 potions of vitality, recruiter's summoning charm, scroll of tracking, portable globe of swift travel. 1 per character, huh? You have claimed your welcome home potion pack. Please look for the pack in your inventory and right click to unpack it. Close. Interesting. B for bags. Opens up all your bags. Going to unpack. That gave me a build up my inventory. Did not realize you got free potions and stuff. That's fucking cool. I'm going to put those in the bank, though, to clear out my inventory a little bit. Actually, these are summons a portal that allows you to user to access the global bell transport system from anywhere. We're going to keep those. These are applies knowledge of tracking when activated. Lasts for 5 hours. Simply grants the tracking ability. Keep that. That's been there forever. I did not know that, Beard. I'm sorry. Teleports caster and caster's group within the zone. Sweet. Teleports target to caster. Combat trade skill vitality to return to 100%. And then 2 experience potions. It's very interesting. I'm actually going to go dual wield. There you go. All right. This is Freeport, if you haven't been here forever. So very cool. Now let's try to go up to our Agnostic Dungeons, which I don't know if they're not going to show up on here, are they? Oh, they are. Agnostic Dungeons, which we need to go to West Freeport. Is anybody online in Halls of Fate that wants to throw me a guild invite? That would be super nice. Super nice. This is pretty cool. I did not know you had a claim bag for even free to play. That's pretty. 3 things learned today, chat. 3 things. Let's try it, Grog. I do have access to the guild window. Accept. Hello. Can I talk here? It's letting me, I think. I can see the... Hey, look at that. We got members. They can see me. Free to play can talk in guild. Which begs the question, can free to play talk in general? That's auction. Shit. Hold on. Need to... What is it? Leave... What's the chat command for leave all chat? /leave. I can't remember what it is. Chat commands. I don't have anything turned on, but it still has them saved. Leave all channels. Thank you, Jorm. Leave Alt F4. Thank you, Beard. Leave all channels. Oh. Leave all? No, that doesn't seem. No. C. Eq2 leave all channels. I know there's a command for it. I've used it before. I just don't remember what it is. Leave one. That did something. But didn't. Leave chat. No. Okay, leave channel failed. So leave channel 1. No? What the fuck? Leave all channel. This is annoying. Hold on. I'm getting there. / commands EQ2. Leave all is what it's... Did I try that? I thought I tried that. Leave all. Still comes up as in there, though. Let me see channel list. Channel list. Auction, Berserker, General, 3 and 4. Leave all. Maybe I have to be in them again? Hold on. Chat options. Auction, Berserker, General. Looking for group. Okay. Leave all. Still comes up. What the frick, man? I just did this the other day. Leave all. No, leave one. Leave channel 1. They're broken? Hmm. Should be leave channel all, but it's not currently working for some reason. Can I say stuff? Say hi. Amen hi. Oh god, now those are showing up there. Leave all. Yeah, I did, but it still shows like when I type. So like when I did that, right? It still has it as 1, 2, and 3. I'm trying to reset the numbers. So like if I do /1 right now, it still comes up as auction, even though I'm not in auction. I need to leave. Yeah. Here, let me turn these off up here. Leave all. Usually gives me like a feedback too. There's a, yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out here. It's the, how do I reset that? I really can't remember. Thought it was leave all or leave channel all, but it's not working. Leave channel all. Nope, that's failed. Let me click on the fucking window. Leave all. Yeah, I can reset it using set channel number, but I'm trying, I don't want to be involved in, like, I don't want to be in the auction channel, and I don't remember what it is to leave all. I thought there was a command that just automatically took you out of all of the channels. Yeah, leave all is supposed to be exit all channels you are currently in. It's not working though. Try relogging and editing the XML file for that character. I don't want to do that. Let's do Try leave channel. Then number 1. Yeah, it's busted. That's weird. Let me do set channel and see what happens. Set channel number. What is it? Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. Cut this out of the video, I guess. And make a thing for this. They don't have those anymore? There we go. Cut this out. Somebody, hardware started a heist. Thank you, hardware. All right, well, fuck it. It's broken. It's not doing anything. Yeah, it's just the channel. I probably have to relog, and I don't want to do that right now. It's not that big of a deal. I was just trying to fix it to where it showed when I typed 1. I wanted to see if I could type in general. So I just want to see if it types in general. Okay, so free-to-play players can't... Oh, shit. It might not. I'm in general. Can't type in general chat as a free-to-play player. It doesn't give you an error either. It just goes through and you don't see it go to general chat. Arrow, here we go. I got a message. It says, an all-access membership is required to chat in the world channel. Free members can use the newbie world channel to chat with other players. No real loss there, true. Tell channel newbie message. Okay. So not a huge thing. Not a huge thing. Next thing I wanted to check though, I forgot before we do, are y'all here waiting for me? Sorry. Next thing I wanted to see if we have access to mercenaries as free to play. I need to go try to hire a mercenary. Let me take the bell to the docks because the Inquisitor one is right there at the docks. I also want to see... You're good, anime. I wasn't trying to call you out or anything. I was just... I want to see... Yeah, I chat in general maybe once a year anyways. I like to say hi every once in a while. So Mercenaries, if you're a new player, let's reset. After the chat channel fiasco. Resetting. Alright. Mercenaries, you want to see if you can hire one, which we have these buttons here, but they're basically a bot that runs around with you. So if you're solo and you don't have any friends yet that play the game, you can hire a mercenary. So I'm going to talk to and they have these little icons above their head. They look like these little note things here, right? There's that one. There's a few. This one has like a shield, which means he's a tank type. The one with the green plus sign means he's a healer type. There should be like a support type one somewhere. A bard type. I forget all of the different ones. There's all sorts of different mercenaries you can hire. There's one over here. That's a bard. Do I need cash for it? I don't know yet. That's what we're going from a new player experience. We don't have any friends. We have no friends, okay, Beard? We're experiencing it for the first time. But if you're part of Casual Tavern's guild, we'll hook you up. All right? We got money and we got things that you can use. So I'm going to talk to since I'm a tank type, I'm going to look for a healer. Some people say to actually go with like a DPS role, maybe. For buffs and things of that nature, which I'm actually kind of... No, I need a res when I die. I'm going to die, so... I'm going to talk to Mr. Stamper Gerolf here. What brings you... Okay. What brings on... Okay. Can I talk to you? I can hire them. It looks like it's going to be 2 silver every 30 minutes. I have no silver, but it let me hire him. Free to play account. Free to play account can access mercenaries. You pay 0 copper to hire this mercenary. This is interesting. Very, very interesting to me. I don't like the black windows, so we're going to change all of this. All right. So now we got this guy following us around. He's going to be our tank. Hi, dude. I mean, he's going to be our healer. Does anybody want to run, better get through the Agnostic Dungeon before the bill comes through. What I'm doing right now is I'm going to try to see how hard Agnostic Dungeons are from a level 1, brand new, free-to-play player. Solo, by the way. So when you click on the Agnostic Dungeons, and the Agnostic Dungeons are available in Freeport, with particularly West Freeport. Kinos is going to be in the docks area of Kinos, down by the bank. You can open up your map and type Agnos, and then hit Find, and that will pull up the point of interest for you to click on, and then you can navigate to it. It looks kind of like this portal area on here, and then you can click on any of these to run through. No, Dark, no, not yet. Just let me. I'm doing it as a solo thing. I want to see what happens from a new player experience, and then we'll start a group and run some, if we want. From a new player experience, out this list, you're not going to know anything about any of these, right? Like, this is just craziness. Like, what is all this? I don't know which one to click on. I recommend Crypt of Agony. Okay. So you start at the top. No, don't start at the top. Some of them have a lot more mechanics than others. So if you're a brand new player and you just want to check it out and do some quick leveling, I recommend doing these. But if you're brand new altogether, you should be questing. Questing is fun. And you get decent gear drops from it, and you get achievements, and you get lore and all sorts of stuff. If you're just in the mood to do like some quick leveling and all of that, then Agnostic Dungeons are your best route. You can run them with people, or you can run them solo with your mercenary or something like that. I'm going to start with Crypt of Agony, and you have to be at least level 10 to enter, so we cannot run those. So we're going to have to quest to level 10. Can you farm AA in there? Yes. Yes, you can. So you have to be at least level 10 to run Agnostics. So now we need to go back to Gorwin with the quickness and earn some money so we can pay for this mercenary that we have following us around. So, back to Gorwin. You're just laughing at me in guild chat. Hey, this is how we find out. This is a good thing. People are going to love this. I can feel it. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to go back to Timor's Deep. And we'll run through over there. But we have our mercenary, which there's mercenaries in Gorwin too, right? You can hire. Oh no. This is not the starting spot that I was at. Oh, what was that? Well, shit. Okay, so we need to...
Hello!
Take a flight path. to there, I guess. Hey, I'm not dying today, so it's all good. Nice, Liz. Recall, good choice. I'm not sure if that would have taken me. That's a good call. I don't know where that. We'll try it when we land. Which brings me to another good point. Your knowledge book. You have a knowledge book when you start. You have your combat arts, your upgrades. This will come into effect when you hit level 20. You can access research to not available until level 20. You're going to want to do these upgrades because it uses real time to increase the increase your ability rank. You have combat arts if you have spells that are going to be on a different tab. And then you have your abilities. You got set recall point, call to home, all sorts of different things in here to play with. Combat arts are your abilities. You can do it sort by alphabetical. I usually do it by level, and then max level only is usually what I have on here. And then that'll fly you around and do all that stuff. So upgrades, combat arts, abilities, all good there. Dorkwing is telling me to head to the bird. Heading to the bird. You have your character sheet, which is C. Shows you all of this, which looks like they gave me some starting armor here that doesn't have any stats. It's just got mitigation on it. They give you all the bags. You got 4-slot bags, which is plenty for starting out. I did a /claim and got some potions and some utility things to use if need be. Don't have any mounts. You have your equipment. You got your appearance slot set. So if you get gear that you really like the appearance for, you can put it in here. That's accessed via free to play. You can have appearance sets, but you need to have Daybreak all access. Or you have to have. Do you have to buy them? No, you don't. Interesting. Wardrobe, kind of the same thing as appearance, but you can have different wardrobe things here. You have to purchase these, though, which cost Daybreak cash. Skills, factions, mounts, familiars, which we're currently in Season 8 familiars. Familiars are basically like, they're no interaction pets that follow you around, is what familiars are. Mercenaries, we have ours. Right now, he's not summoned anywhere. He'll allow me to resummon him, but if I hire a different mercenary, I'd have to run all the way back to Stamper unless I purchase the hire anywhere option. But since we're free to play, we don't have access to that unless we throw money at Daybreak. You have your currency windows, because when you're doing quests and things of that, you're going to be entering currencies, and that will all show up here. Housing, which I don't own any homes yet, but that is something that you can do in EQ2. Dungeons, you can create a dungeon. You have your biography. You got your restore items tab. You got your options tab. From your options tab, you can change your prefix, suffix. You do anonymous, role-playing, away from keyboard, looking for work. You can do your head cover where it says show hood helm. I'm going to do hide head cover. Your back gear is show cloak. I'm just going to do show melee weapons. You can enable to hide your illusion form if that's your thing. You can display your Hildry on there. You can change your emote voice, which is...
Greetings.
That's okay. Combat. Sounds terrible. Let's do Alt 2. That's better. You can do your privacy settings where you can decline duels, trades, group invites, raid invites, guild invites, decline voice chat invites, and hide achievements. Not a huge deal. Auto attack mode, you can do that if you need to change this. I usually do forced melee. Automatic's fine, but I think later on in the game you're going to want to do either forced range or forced melee, depending on what you are. But that's that. Another thing I should say too, my interface settings are saved. So like, you'll notice that I have like this, the mobs I target have like an outline instead of a glow to them. That is a setting inside options that you'll have to change to do that. It kept all of my previous settings that I've changed. And I went, basically one day I just sat down and went through all of this and changed it to my liking. So down and under user interface, you're going to see There's one, I turned off show overhead combat feedback because the numbers get a little insane. And it takes away from the immersion, so I unchecked that. I have it set for, I'm trying to see if combat, I don't remember where the setting is for outlining. Name and chat bubbles. Is it under advanced, maybe? I don't think it's under advanced. I thought it was under basic. Maybe it's under display? No. Interface. Target arrow. We're getting there. Target ring. Target highlight. Change it to outline instead of glow. Default is glow, and it usually has some bright arrows on top of everything. I turned those down as well. I did it to kind of keep the immersion. You can also turn on, and I usually don't recommend this if you're going to play in first-person mode at all, but you can also have it set for, what's that game feature called where it actually shows your hands moving? It's in here somewhere. I don't know where it's at right now. Game features. I can't find it now. I shouldn't have brought it up. Combat bubbles, name and chat bubbles, spell icons. I also have displayed numerical reuse counter. I don't think that's on by default. Game windows. There are all sorts of settings you can go through in here. So, like I said before, you can spend a whole day in there doing all that thing. Thank you for that hydrate, Lizzie. I appreciate you. Actually getting some text here. Hold on. And where am I at? Give me just a second, chat. I gotta take a quick AFK, and I will be right back. I'm gonna get a beer. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll be right back. Sit tight. Where'd everybody go?
Oh, Clay, I don't know.
Fall in the tank.
Yep, fall in the tank over here, guys.
Well,
Nice that all the healers showed up. Wait.
Did you guys go down?
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Oh, that's red. That's red. Red means bad. Red means really, really bad.
Boom.
Did it work?
I didn't see a thing.
I didn't see anything on the screen. Did the mobs become aggro or whatever?
No. What
Okay,
am I supposed
here's
to do? What?
You're supposed to click the lever on click
When?
when I say click.
Hold on, I gotta put my back.
Okay. All right.
Oh man.
When I return, my
I can just picture
Alright, we ready?
picture Curdy just staring at the lever like 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Okay, what do I do?
Okay. Unclick. 1, 2, 3. Click. Yes. We
There
did
we
it.
go.
All right. So let's y'all run back down here.
Death awaits me in here.
Oh, that's good. Come on back down. Quickly. Bard speed, bard speed.
Happy Streetversary!
God damn it. I swear to God.
Happy Streetversary!
God damn it.
Close your door, though.
Scared the shit out of me.
Where you going? Yeah. Got him. You didn't expect those stuns, did you? Snatch can still be beautiful. Yeah, and they all wiped. Yeah. Oh. Uh-oh. Damn it. She pulled him. Oh, she pulled him. Oh. All right, we're back. I needed a mental reset there, Chad. I felt like I was starting to get to the point where I was just all over the place. If you're just joining the stream, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you. Today we are checking out the free-to-play experience. What that means is, you need a beer. Yeah, I know. I got one too. Normally we play on Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays are Caladim, player versus environment, time-locked expansion server. Saturday we do PvP, which is Terranax, player versus player, time-locked expansion server. And then Sundays we play on the traditional server, Halls of Fate. We are on Halls of Fate today, but we're actually checking out and looking at how the game looks from a free-to-play experience, or free-to-play look of the game. If you hear a printer in the background, I apologize. It's September Girls printing some stuff. We're checking that out. We've made a Sarnak Berserker, and we're over on the newbie island, and we made a level 1 character. We didn't do the heroic character for the reasons said before. Since we are free to play, you'll get this window every once in a while to get all access. We found out all access cannot type in world chat channels. You can type in guild, so you can join a guild. You do have access to Agnostic Dungeons, but not until level 10, or at least that's what we think. We went and we do have access to Mercenaries, and we didn't have to have any money, so we were able to hire a mercenary without doing anything, basically. So we're going to start working some quests here on the newbie island and see if we can get level 10 and then do some other stuff. Got level 2 right there. So if you have any questions about free-to-play or playing EverQuest or anything like that, don't be afraid to ask. Go ahead and get them in here so we can talk about them. It's impossible for me to talk about every aspect of the game because EverQuest 2 as a whole is massive, and there's so much to and involved in the game that it's just, I can't. It's just not gonna, it's not possible. So, key map. R1. There we go. Fine. It's part of the problem starting on live. Yeah. Very true. But as a whole, even if you start on a TLE, there's still a lot to do and a lot to go over that you just don't know about. Oh, I killed a... I'm going to fight the one that is not... This here, this here... Yeah, I need to move my spell window. How can I do this? Abilities. Just a second, chat. I gotta get my casting bar. Oh, so I'm gonna move these over here. This up. Put that. Back. There we go. There's just a bunch. It is a bunch. There's a bunch. But hopefully if you're watching this video or watching it on YouTube or you're here in the chat and you're new to the game, I hope I'm kind of giving you a basic understanding of what to do as a new player. So if you run into anything, make sure to let me know, and you have questions or anything like that, don't be afraid to ask them. That's what we're here for. Actually, I can't use this ability since I don't have a shield. Oh no, I can. Use my shoulder. So I'm going to go back and talk to this NPC.
Have you slit their gizzard?
I finally have.
But if you believe... Oh, now I haven't gotten so far as... Good.
I'm going to take all of these quests here.
Teroche dry zock.
Because the more quests, the better. Except... need to speak with him. Got some money. I need, says I need some grit gorger claws. Which are these guys. Do I have arrows? I do have some arrows. Sarnax can't shoot arrows very well. The game is called EverQuest for a reason. This is true. Very true. And like I said before, if you need a guild, don't be afraid to reach out to somebody in casual taverns. If you're asking, how can I find casual taverns and there's no recruiter on, you can go to your chat window and type / who all casual taverns. And that will, did I spell casual right there? Taverns. Yeah, who all casual taverns. Actually, I spelled taverns wrong. You're going to type who all casual taverns, and that should give you a list of everybody that's online in the guild. Everybody that's online should have member access, at least, so they will be able to send you a guild invite, and we'll get you sorted into the guild and whatnot. So highly recommend doing that. Once you have some people to play with, you'll feel more comfortable about answering questions and getting questions answered and asking questions, all that stuff. So I highly recommend joining a guild. Finding people that play with the same playtime as you is also another good tip. Some people just join the biggest and best guild on the server and then find out that most of that guild plays at a different time than you do. You want to find people that are going to play in the same time as you. That just helps the overall experience of the game. It's meant this game originally was designed to be a group-based game. You want people to play with to experience everything there is in EverQuest 2. Not saying you can't play solo. There's still plenty of things to do solo in the game. It's just it was meant to be a group experience game.
Did you? Our troops will be pleased. I thank you.
To equip new armor, you can either double click or right click and equip. As you level up, you're going to get more and more abilities. That's also why I opened up 4 different hotbars at the beginning of this, when we were going over the interface stuff. Because if you don't have a hotbar open, the ability actually doesn't have anywhere to go, and it just gets sidetracked. So then you'll have to open up your knowledge book to find your new combat arts. Okay. Depending on your class also depends on the types of abilities you get. Like I've gotten 2 self buffs that are always on right now. And I actually have this window over here that has my passive abilities. And I'm going to move that up here because I'm used to having them on the top. So I have a window there that has my buffs. My maintained spells is what they're called. So that's cool that they have access to that as well. I've equipped my new thing. I have to go talk to somebody over here on the beach.
Hello. Great, thank you.
Also, let me know
Great.
if I should do a free-to-play good character. and go over the same stuff just as Equnos if you'd like to see that. So once this hits YouTube, which is probably about 2 weeks from now, maybe a week, depending. I might push this video earlier, depending on how, because I'm going to try to do some edits on this video and actually shorten it. It's not going to be, I'm going to try not to do a full 3-hour segment on YouTube for this video. This video is going to be something different that I'm going to test and see how it goes. So let me know, and we'll do it that way. So like, I don't think there are, I think it's mainly zones, Snookin'. So like, it would be a different point of view from like a good character versus an evil. So, but if that's something YouTube wants to see, then maybe we can schedule that up and do it that way. Team, thank you for that, man. For that round of 281 copper out to everybody. Appreciate that, dude. Looks like we have a quest up here in this little river area. Run over there. I need to take some samples of ore from the Hauserins mining to the west. It looks like there's some other quests over here too. Curious ore, so I gotta get the ore from these guys. Clicky clicky. This probably needs to go 2 to 8, 6. I'll put this here, this here, this here. 2 to 8. Go there. Click on that. Click on that. But I want you guys too to let me know if you think this was good, if it was informative, if you think it was a waste of time. Let me know. I like to know your all's opinions as well. I'm gonna try to do some edits on this one too. In my downtime. Because I want to start doing more YouTube content for you guys, like actual focused YouTube content, not just the VOD posting to YouTube. So.
Do you have the ore?
I mean, still going to do the VODs because some people love listening to the VODs just up in the background. And I totally understand that.
Well, now let's have a look. This is strange. This is mostly rock. There's barely any ore at all. Mighty suspicious, if you ask me. I think it is time to earn our promotions. I'd like you to travel to Crykori village, just north of here, and speak with this...
Alright, need to fish up some, fish. This is awesome. This will be a great resource for new players. Nice. Some people are strange. This is very true, Hard. I think this is super informative. Thank you, Kitty. I appreciate that. You're going to be like, edit and stuff? Gasp. Yeah, I know. Well, one, it really comes down to the VODs. It was strictly a backup thing for YouTube, right? But the community has grown there so much, I feel like I'm almost doing a disservice to them because I'm just posting a 3-hour video that was streamed a few weeks before, right? And some of these videos, the questions are very good questions that I think some people have probably tried to YouTube the question and they find my stream that's 3 hours long and they don't know where that question is in the video. So one of my plans is, one, I'm going to do like these, when people request like these free-to-play things, or can you explain this? I'm going to do that, schedule it up. But also one thing I'm trying to do with the VODs is I'm trying to make a marker for when new questions come in, or if there's a question on the stream, I'm making a marker, and then I'm going to time-lapse that down where the questions are answered. And we'll just have an asked and answered section on YouTube. So like it'll be a quick video with where questions are getting asked and I'm answering them, and that's just a small kind of thing. So when people search that on YouTube, they'll find that as well there. So that's one of my plans. I just got to do it. And it all comes down to time. I don't have a lot of time. My 9 hours of game time, I'm usually streaming. And off stream, I'm usually playing a game, but I need to kind of focus some of that off stream game time into YouTube content creation. And I just gotta do that somehow, is what it's coming down to.
Did you catch that? Great. It's a pity you didn't fish up any. I appreciate
it. Let's speak with the... Yep, gotta go to the city. So this is pretty much questing. For the beginning zones, most of the... My armpits smell like breakfast sausages. Holy shit. Dark inside. Damn it. Way to derail the conversation there, Dark Inside. Questing in EverQuest 2 is pretty simple. And most of the beginning zones are heavily narrated, which makes it even better. Once you get outside of Shattered Lands content, you'll find more and more content that is not narrated or voice acted, which is good, but you'll run into a few bits and pieces there where you'll have to read a lot. And some of the NPCs get very lengthy in their conversations, to say it nicely, I guess. So you'll run into a lot of stuff like that. But when you're questing, you just want to grab all quests. Anything that has an orange feather, you want to grab.
I will. So.
Most content has a signature timeline. So, like, there's going to be a signature timeline where it's a series of quests that you're going to run that is going to go over the lore of that current content that you're in. There are side quests that also go with that, and sometimes you have to do the side quests to advance the signature quests. So, usually grabbing anything that has the little orange or yellow gold feather, you want to do those quests. I usually recommend working them all together and then turning in at the same time. I'm also known to work them in order of level from lowest level to highest level. So I'll try to work my blue quests before I work my yellow, orange, or red quests or anything like that. Unless they're all in the same area, and if that's the case, then I'm just trying to do all of the quests at the same time, and then I'll run and turn it in. So you do want to kind of just know that, because there's a lot of like, go do this and then go turn it back in. And if you're going out there doing one quest, going back and turning in, you're kind of just not wasting time, but it's making it a lot longer process than it needs to be. Damn dwarfs, Frostfang in the cave, yeah, just on and on. Yeah, some of them get really long-winded. Crafting is a whole nother timeline. So in EverQuest 2, you have so many things to do. You have adventuring, you have questing, you have exploring, you have dungeons, you have housing, you have crafting, you have decorating of housing, you have collections, you have the Pokemon of EverQuest 2, which are familiars, you have your dailies, you have your weeklies, you have, what else am I forgetting? There's all sorts of things. Discovery. You have all sorts of things to do in EverQuest 2. So if you get bored of one aspect of that quest, so say you're bored of solo questing. Overseer. Yes, dying. If you get bored of one aspect of EverQuest 2 and you're just like, why am I still doing this? There are other things to do to kind of offset or help ease the burnout of the game. You just have to do it, is what it comes down to. Some people, though, if they're not doing heroic dungeons and are not fighting with the group, they're like, why am I playing this game? That's not necessarily the right way to think about it, because there's other things you could be doing that would actually benefit your character in those heroic dungeons. Crafting being one of those things. You can craft yourself potions. You can start crafting spells to make better, higher end gear. Adornments that go to your gear, you could craft all sorts of different things. Collecting, you could be making money just by out gathering in the world and then selling that on the broker. You don't have access to the broker as a free-to-play player, but you could do that and then, it's always another avenue in the game. So there's always stuff to do. You could live inside of EverQuest 2 without touching another MMO for a really long time. There's tons of content. How many years? Launched in 2004. We have 16 expansions. The content's not going anywhere. It's still there. You can still do it. Plenty of things to do. So many things to do in the game. You can buy from the broker, just not sell. Yeah, but I was talking about, you know, gathering and putting stuff on the broker for sale to make money. You can't do that as a free-to-play. You'd have to do the auction channel. Actually, I don't even know. You don't have access. Can I type in auction? I don't think I can type in the auction channel. I don't think I can. No, can't. So you could only sell, you could sell your stuff in the newbie channel, I guess. Alright, so that one I could turn in, but I'm going to go do the other quest before I go up there and turn in stuff. I need some briny lizard meats from the lizards in the time-worn pools west of the village. Another shout out for the guild. Make sure if you're over on Halls of Fate, we'll get you a guild invite to the Halls of Fate guild if you need a home for your live server or traditional. I keep saying live server and I don't like that title. It's more of a traditional rule set, so I try to change it up and say traditional server. But I guess live does sum it up a little bit better. But technically all the servers are live. They're just, their current content is traditional, maybe. Kozad coming in hot with the 3 gifted subs, man. Thank you for the continued support. Dagon, Mick, and Swiftshade, welcome to the community. Make sure you give a shout out to Kozad there. Appreciate the love and the support there, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll spam some thumbs up for Kozad. Thank you, sir. Enjoy the emotes, guys. Actually, I need to look at that because Twitch opened up follower emotes. So now I can have follower only emotes, and some of them can be animated. So that's another layer of work on top of my already busy schedule with the stream that I need to do. You'll notice also as a new player when you're killing stuff, you'll get these boxes that drop, or chests. They have different tiers. They go from small chests to treasure chests to ornate chests to exquisite chests. The exquisite is the ones you want. Those are usually way better, like fabled items, master abilities, stuff like that. Treasure chests are usually the more abundant one. You'll get spell upgrades in these, like I just got. This is an adept. So it goes apprentice, journeyman, adept, expert, master, grandmaster, and then ancient are your spell things. So definitely want to upgrade those as you're leveling. Which I just got the adept, and then I just got the master as well. So we're going to scribe that. I have some other abilities here. This is my Abandoned Fury. Increases fervor, defense of caster 1.8, increases... I don't think these are my fight buffs. So I have a defensive buff and then a DPS buff, which we're going to go DPS. Another thing I should mention, since we have a mercenary... when you go to your mercenary window, you can click on the little blue icon. Your mercenaries actually level up too. So you want to do start training on them. And actually, you must have expansion 13 to train your mercenary. Good call. What's the command to see how many expansions I have? Because I didn't talk about what expansions you have access to. EQ2 expansion and / commands. Is it Ultra Malice? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Wow, the wiki for / commands is not very intuitive here. Yeah, it probably is something simple. I'm just trying to figure it out, and I hate this because I get to this point and then I freaking breaks my whole routine of what's going on. I should have had this planned out a little bit better. Does anybody know? EQ2 expansions I have. This is going to probably send me to a link. Just want to know the command in the game. Show account features. So it's going to be / show _ account _ features. Enter. And it looks like I have access to the Bloodline Chronicles, the Split Paw Saga, the Fallen Dynasty, Desert of Flames, Kingdom of Sky, Echoes of Fadeware, Rise of Kunark, the Shadow Odyssey, Sentinel's Fate, Destiny of Velius, Age of Discovery, Chains of Eternity, Tears of Vishan, Altar of Malice, Beast Lords, Dungeon Maker, Mercenaries, Reforging, and Trade Skill Apprentice. So we have all the way up until Altar of Malice, which is number... Altar of Malice is actually what number expansion? So level 100 is the max we can level on a free-to-play account. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not counting. That's 12 expansions. That's not counting the adventure packs that are included, which there are 3 adventure packs. And the initial product launch. So, you got 12 expansions, 3 adventure packs, and the initial content. Crimson King, what's going on, man? Cool, never seen anyone play EQ on a streak before. I read it as steak. No, it actually says steak. And then you said stream. But I was kind of wondering, like, on a steak, I'm like, damn, thinks my stream's good from running on a steak right now, because steak sounds amazing. But welcome, Crimson. You're actually coming in on our free-to-play stream. I normally don't. I'm doing a revisit of what is included in EverQuest 2 on a free-to-play account. I have a real account that I pay for, but I had a request to do a free-to-play stream to show all the benefits on how to play EverQuest 2 on free-to-play. So that's what we're doing today. 50% better than running on a potato. Thank you, Grim. Considering how old the software is, you wouldn't surprise if it ran on a steak. True. Very true. Alright, I got a little update over here. It looks like I need a sample of whatever the Herosians are digging up. Played EQ1 for 10 years. Nice, man. What server were you on in EQ1? Because I played EQ1 for a while. From 99 to... until about 2003, 2004. Mithril, gotcha. Okay. I was on Quelos. Alright, so when you're out running around in the world, you're going to have those little orange question marks on the ground. Those are the collections quests, and you can access those from your journal, which is J. You're going to have your quests. You're going to have your collections quests in here, and these are complete RNG. Granted, some of them are based out of the zone you're in, but some of them go all over. Thank you, Exy. I don't know if I can tell you. I saw your. I see your thing in general chat. Exy says you talking about show account features. Was somebody in general chat talking about that? I don't know. I messed up my chat. My chats are all mixed up. Now somebody's saying, I think it's buy Lurch merch. God damn it. You guys are killing me. Why is that? That's funny. That is funny. Alright. When you're running around also, you'll notice some things weren't attacking me. If they have a red border around their name, that means they're going to attack you when you get close. Like when I run close to this guy, he's going to aggro me. And it's going to say, EQ2 will give you this little thing that says, you're under attack. That's the first time it's happened, because it starts you off where everything's not attacking you, but eventually you'll get to locations on the map where things are going to attack you first, not just wait for you to attack them. I think Reeves needs a free-to-play part 2. Why do you say that? Why do you say that, Liz? This little dust devil thing keeps throwing me up in the air. Shoot him with an arrow. Pyramids. Jeez. Thank you, Exley. I don't know if I can send you a towel, but thank you. Good thing I don't take fall damage from that, because that would be annoying. Sweet. Okay. That one is done. I still need to go in there to get... need a sample of whatever they're digging up. Let's walk in here. It looks like this is the sample I need. Excavated Durbus. Alright, all done with those. Wants me to try to fish up a bull salt fin. So that's probably going... Ooh, we leveled up. We are a level 5 Berserker. Very nice. Miss your flying mount yet? Yeah. Have you seen me jump, Snookin'? That's me hitting my spacebar thinking I'm going to fly. Anytime you see me jump, that's me hitting my spacebar to go fly, and I'm not flying. Also, another good tip for free-to-play accounts, you do get access to a bag under claim. So if you type /claim, I did not know about this. Day 1, you get a veteran reward pack. Actually, no, that's different. Veteran reward pack 1 day. That's different than what I had the other before. I want to see already claimed. So I got this welcome home potion pack, and then I got to claim a 12 slot pack. All free to play. So now I have a 12 slot bag, which we're going to turn that off and drag that over here and then open that up. So that's pretty cool. Did not know free to play players got claim items like that, which was nice. Now we're running back to our quest NPCs to turn on all these. I'm sorry, Beard. I did not know that. Well, I knew they've been around. I just didn't know that free-to-play players had access to them.
Did you get the meat?
You sound very aggressive.
Please know that I appreciate this. Would you care to help me out once again? Taroche is still preoccupied with his art.
Why do I have... There's two different general chats going on here. What is happening? Oh, because I'm not in general chat up there. Hold on. Mess this up.
Splendid! There are...
You're welcome, sir. Moving around.
Well, why, our bosses have found pieces of this...
Arby's, we have the meats. Sausage pits?
Of ceremonial jars and the... And
Oh, man.
I am Tertiary. Could you? Did you? Wonderful. It is important. They will discard anything that
Shrink Mercenary. No, thank you.
lead them to power. That is all they seek. That would...
Sweet. There are a number of merchants throughout the game for new players as well. Not necessarily everything on the merchants is worth what they're trying to sell it to you for. Like, I wouldn't buy gear upgrades from merchants. That's just me. Some people, it might make sense for them to do that, though, if you're not getting the pieces you need. But most of the armor you get from questing is pretty good. Oh, did we talk about achievements yet? Actually, we did not. That would be pretty funny. The achievements... So we did talk about the quest journal. We got the quest journal here. We have quests, which are the quests you get from NPCs throughout the world. You can sort them by category, level, name, and current zone. You have your collections, which are those little yellow shinies that you have all around the ground. Then you have your achievements. The achievements are for the completionists of games. There is a never-ending amount of achievements. Currently, there are a total of 5,298 achievements available in the game. You can do achievements mainly just by doing quests, going around, doing dungeons. You'll get achievements, but you can. This is a summary of those achievements here. You can click on, like, say you want to look at the achievements for exploration. Okay, you would highlight exploration. You would navigate to the expansion that you are currently working on, which Shadowlands is the base game. That's the first ever that was released. And then you can go through here and see the achievements that you've completed on here. So, like, say we want to look at the achievements for... Actually, this zone isn't going to show up here. It's going to actually show up in Canark, isn't it? So then you want to see the achievements for Timoris Deep. And you'll see how I got the points of interest for Timoris Deep. I found these 4 that are green. The gray ones or the white ones I have not found yet. And then once you complete that, you'll get the points assigned for those there. Right? Those are the points. So that would be 15 instead of 5. So it'd be 15 up here. And then there's 6 for that. And then so on. So you can go down the expansions. They have different ones for that. They have general achievements as well. So, like, for slaying of animals and other things of that nature. Rescuers, factions, Ethereals, Ascensions. I mean, there's achievements. I mean, everywhere is an achievement. All sorts of different kinds of achievements. So that's a whole nother layer of the game as well that people have access to. So if you run out of things to do in EverQuest 2, you're burnt out on EverQuest 2 because there's always something to be doing in the game. So I don't think there's a way for somebody to be bored in EverQuest 2. I think there's a way for somebody to be burnt out on EverQuest 2. Put it that way. Like spending all night harvesting rares. Exactly. Has to be done. Yeah. Hey, I excel at that. That's one thing too, like under not under here, but under C, and then you go to skills. You have your adventure skills, so like your aggression, aim, crushing, focus, piercing, ranged, slashing. Those you can level up. Avoidance, defense, and parry. Then you have your general, which is your fishing, your harvesting stuff. So these actually have a skill level to them. It used to be before you could only gather in the certain zones for that skill level. Now I can go into a high level zone at level 5 and gather there and still earn those skill points. They used to have it tiered where you could only gather at certain tiers. So like if you were a tier 3 gatherer, you couldn't go gather in a tier 5 area until you mastered or got to the certain skill level. That's not a thing anymore. You can pretty much gather anywhere. It just might take you longer and your skill ups. Also, the one that I have never mastered in this game, ever, I have not maxed it out, alcohol tolerance. Has not been maxed out on any of my characters. For some reason, I can't get a lot of this. I think the highest I've had it was 50 something one time. My necromancer's currently at 20 something. In like IRL, I'm already maxed. I'm good on tolerance, I believe. I'm pretty set. It's right where it needs to be. But in game, hard. Good call, Jorm. When you're gathering things, you'll get different types of material. So like you'll get your gathered resource material, but every once in a while you'll get a rare item. And it has like a little glowy effect to it. You can't obtain rare items until your skill level was within that tier range. So just know that. And certain rares are required for master crafted gear and items. You have handcrafted, which is your normal stuff that you get just from gathering everything. And then you have master crafted. Which crafting could be a whole stream itself, honestly. Going over everything that's involved with crafting and questing and crafting and all that stuff. Right-clicking the node and examining it will tell you what skill level you need for the rares. Good call, Beer. That's a good point. Also, a new player thing that you can do in-game. Not a lot of people... I don't see... I don't see a lot of people use it in-game anymore, but you have heroic opportunities. And heroic opportunities are a way for you to do like a combo move, and I'll get into those in just a minute. But Fierce Dragon Gaming, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the community. Glad you're enjoying the content. Appreciate you being here, bud. Heroic opportunities, I'll show one next fight. It's a way to do like a powerful combo move. There's different types of heroic opportunities. There's different combinations, especially once you get into group gameplay. You can really tie the combos pretty well and do like really nice buffs and real good damage. So they don't get used as much as they used to anymore. They're really in depth, and I don't know all of the details between heroic opportunities, but mainly you click it, you're going to get some buttons will start flashing. You can click one ability to advance it, and then it usually does the combo after the second ability is pushed. Group, there's different calls for different types of things. Like sometimes you get a buff, sometimes you get a heal, and sometimes you do damage or debuff or damage over time. Group, AoE things, that kind of scenario. So like so say you want to start one, you have to start combat. So I start with a taunt, and then I'm going to hit my heroic opportunity. This little window comes up over here, like this, and you'll see icons flashing on your hotbar, and then you want to advance it. So let's do it again. So see how this ability is flashing? I'm going to click that once. That's going to advance it. It's going to open up another timer for me to click on another skill to advance the combination. Sometimes, usually the solo ones, when you're by yourself, there's usually just the 2 abilities. So I'll click that, and then we'll click that, and then we'll do that one, and that completes it. It does the particle effect, you get the extra damage buff, and it does its thing. In groups, sometimes they can go like 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Usually it goes like the starter, second, and then a finisher, I believe. But usually when you're solo, it's 1, 2, and then good. Came up on the recommended, huh? Nice. I've had a few people come by the channel that came up on recommended where just for, I mean, I'm not trying to go too far into it, Fierce, but do you watch EverQuest 2 or EverQuest 1? Like, I want to know, like, where Twitch put me on recommended, or how it came up, I guess. I need to look into that. I read that with a very redneck accent here, just to let you know. When you're asking, Lizzie, where do you want these logs? Oh, man. Yep, so we're just doing some questing today, guys. Welcome to the free-to-play stream, where we made a brand new free-to-play account, and we're just, hey, there's a named. Doesn't have a star on him, though, so we might not need to kill him yet. Came up first on EverQuest 2. Nice! Okay, I got you, Fierce. I wonder sometimes, like, some people say I came up on recommended, and I was wondering, like, were you just, like, on Twitch browsing, like, a certain genre of game, or were you inside the EverQuest 2 channel, or what? So, like, if you're looking at World of Warcraft creators, where you then saw, like, hey, you might be interested in EverQuest this guy, or something. So, that's where I was going. But thank you, Fierce. Jordan says, up to 4 abilities can be chained in a heroic opportunities. There's actually a raid, and Sentinel's Fate requires a heroic opportunity to succeed at the encounter. There may be other examples. Nice! I did not know that. Very cool, Jordan. I always hated that raid encounter because of that. Nice. Weird. So that means on traditional, you probably couldn't solo that raid, right? I'm assuming if it requires a certain heroic opportunity to be completed. Gotcha. Alright, so I think we got 3 turn-ins. Did I complete all of the quests in this little area? Nope, we got bigger fish. I need to fish. Are there fish in this one? Let's go over to the ocean and fish. Apparently I'm attacking myself here. Which brings me to another point, hotkeys. When you first log into the game, you're going to want to open up options. And this is my personal preference. Again, guys, your personal preference, you might want to assign buttons differently according to your mouse, your hardware, or your keyboard setup. But my go-to controls that I change on the keyboard every time I make a new character is I go to keyboard settings. No, I go to command keys. I go to where is it at? Target keys actually would be under targeting keys. So I do select next NPC. I change that to tilde. And then I change select nearest NPC to tab. So I change those. So I select under controls, targeting keys. I change select next NPC to the tilde key. And then I do change nearest NPC to tab. And then accept. So now I can tab and it's going to target the closest thing to me. Good call. Does free-to-play have access to that actually? So Jorman brought up another good window is a toggle threat list window. So you do / toggle, all one word, threat list window. And that is an all access benefit, Jorm. So that's good to know. Good call. Did not know that. To toggle threat list window, you have to have all access. So good call, man. Appreciate that. I would have never thought that was an all access feature. I do remember it being a certain type of feature because originally I thought it was part of Dark UI, and I thought only people that had Dark UI could toggle that. But I think it did come up in conversation one time with somebody that was playing free to play, where we talked about it being an all access membership thing. But that was a long time ago. See, like I would have never, in my head before I did the stream, because I planned to do the stream like a week ago, and I'm like, I had a little note tab of things that I wanted to make sure I talked about. And that wasn't on the list. There were some other things on there that we've already talked about and went in depth for. That's pretty cool. You see those birds flying across over here? Look at this. I mean, they're pretty low, like in the water flying, but pretty cool. We need to fish up some bull salt fins. Actually, is there a certain location on the map for them, or do they? No, just come up on the map. Okay. But it's almost impossible to get everything. But the takeaways from today: free-to-play accounts. You have 2 character slots. You have access to a lot of... Oh, we got a bull right there. You get access to all the expansions up until Altar of Malice. So you're missing Terrors of Thulumbria, Canarch Ascending, Plains of Prophecy, Chaos Ascending, Blood of Lucklin, and Reign of Shadows, which is different from EQ1. EQ1, I believe you have access up to everything except for the most recent 2 expansions. EverQuest 2 is different. You have access up to everything except for Terrors of Thulumbria, Canarch Ascending, Plains of Prophecy, Chaos Ascending, Blood of Lucklin, and Reign of Shadows. You also have access to Mercenaries on a free-to-play account. You have access to Beast Lords on free-to-play account. I mean, for free, you have access to a lot of the game. A lot of good parts of the game, too.
Well, I'm glad we put a stop to their... Did you find me? Ah, perfect. This is... I'm sure you...
Like, I'm actually impressed with how much you actually have access to as a free-to-play account.
Did you reach...
All right, so we get that. I need to talk to somebody about this fish, which he was down here. I'm surprised they haven't introduced me to crafting yet. But I guess that'll come here in a little bit. You think it might be restricted on gear? Like, what do you mean? What kind of...
Did you catch one yet? Nice.
Wait.
You're a...
Let me ask in guild too, by the way. Legendary and up? That's a good call. I'm not actually sure. Well, I got a master spell, but we haven't had a gear drop yet. So that actually might be something we should try. I have to find a named. Can you equip fabled or higher quality gear? Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a good question. Are there any... I don't have EQ2 Maps installed to see where the named are at. There's a hidden quest while fishing? Why is it flashing so bad here? Fish more to get the Gorger? Okay. What's the reward? John, do you remember? I'm sure you do. Oh, it's a mounted fish, huh? Did I already get a Gorger? Got the Nebulous Foundation rare. I asked in guild if there's anything else I should bring up during a free-to-play stream, so y'all can chime in. If you think there's something else I need to bring up, that's a good question about the fabled gear. I'll have to find out about that. This is making you want to play a new character in Gorwyn. New characters are always fun, but it really is a it's a time sink because new characters are fun. They're fun to make. They're fun to level for the first little bit, you know. But you get to a point where you get altinitis, and you have 20-something alts that never get touched. You know what I mean? Thank you, John. That's why I'm making it a rule for future TLEs or anything like that. One character only. What are you talking about? All my alts are 120. Nice, Jorm.
Hello. Ah, amazing. Thank you so much. I am glad to find...
Sweet. Thank you, Jorm. Did not realize that was a thing. Well, we can all not be awesome like you, Grug. Oh, Lizzie. So, yeah, so Beard said something good in guild chat. When I usually recommend for, like, when somebody comes in the chat and they say, hey, how do I get started with EverQuest 2? It's not usually how they word it. They're usually like, what do I do? How do I play EverQuest 2? Or what should I work on? What do you recommend? Like, should I buy Reign of Shadows? That's a common one I get. My first question to them is usually, are you a new player or are you a returning player? That's actually a bad call. It's not really Reign of Shadows. I'm trying to think about how they word it usually when they ask about playing EverQuest 2. But if you're on the fence about playing EverQuest 2 and they come in the chat and they ask, what should I do? I'll usually say, if you're a brand new player, you've never touched the game before at all, I would say download the free-to-play account. And the reason I say that is because, one, I know, or at least for me, I don't want to spend money on a game unless I know I'm going to play the game. And by play, I'm going to get at least depending on the price of the game, I'm going to get a month worth of entertainment out of it. Or even as low as I'm going to get a movie ticket of entertainment out of that game. So if I don't know I'm going to do that, then I always go for a trial or demo or something that's going to at least let me look at it, play it, feel it, and see where I'm going to go from that. So I always tell people to go free to play first. Play that for a few times, for a little bit, and see if you like it. If you get to the point where you get frustrated with the free to play, then you should get the all access or and then buy the most recent expansion. Popcorn is cheaper than EQ2. Depending on where you go. I was saying a movie ticket because when you go to the movies, you're spending you got $10 on the movie ticket, another $5 on the popcorn, you're at $15. If it's just you, that's okay, $15 worth of a game. That's your Daybreak all access right there. If you got two people and that's $30, and then if you have two kids or a kid, that's another $15, so $45 at that point. That's an expansion. Or most games are $30 to $60, right? Roughly. That's where I judge, like, am I going to play it enough to get my enjoyment out of it? Like, I feel bad telling people to buy a game when I don't know if they're going to like the game. So the free-to-play version of EverQuest 2 gives you way more opportunity than some other free-to-play trial versions of a game. You have so much access to the game as a free-to-play model that the annoying things like this pop-up window that pops up every hour that you're on, that's not a huge deal. You have access to so much content as a free-to-play player that I feel like you can know if you're going to like the game or not. Usually within a week, maybe 2 weeks. Say you're a casual player, right? You're like me. You have 9 hours, 12 hours a week to play. That's usually 3 days, 3 night times or something like that when you're not with family or whatnot. You can play it free, enjoy the game, have a good time with it, and then you'll know if you're going to be playing it for a long-term aspect and be like, yes, I want to get into this game. I want to play it at a high level. I'm going to buy the most recent expansion. I'm going to sub to the game and give them their money every month or whatever. You can do that. And I think the free-to-play is usually the best route into that. So you want to play free-to-play until you get frustrated with the content and you need more from it. If that be alternate characters, if that be in-game content, if that be access to different features of the game, you'll know it from the free-to-play. The free-to-play will let you get most of those questions answered.
I am so interesting. I have greetings. Very. And don't worry.
So I think free-to-play is definitely worth the money. I mean, there's no money in the game. You're literally just spending hard drive space to download the game and have it on your hard drive. So I definitely think it's worth it. I think we've covered most of a free-to-play experience on this. I think my next thing I want to focus on is I kind of want to do a full segment of leveling a character. Not a full segment on leveling a character because that's going to take longer than that. But I want to go over the Agnostic Dungeons, leveling. I could do that on a free-to-play account, actually. So we'll have to schedule that up. You know how much SSDs cost? I mean, like spending hard drive space that you already own. If I don't like it, man, would have spent the money anyway at the theater. True. I don't want to recommend. I don't want to say for Joe to go buy the game, but then once he gets into the game, he's playing it for an hour or two, and he's like, "This game is trash. Why did Rebus tell me to spend money on this game when it's trash?" So I point them to free to play first, and since I've experienced a recent version of free to play, I kind of feel like even more that free to play is the best gateway into the game if you're not wanting to spend money on it. If you're wanting to spend money on the game, all access, and then start on a TLE server, either PvP or TLE or PvE. Doesn't matter at this point because the PvP servers lasted longer than 2 weeks and it's still pretty popular. But I think it's definitely the gateway into EverQuest 2. And the tutorial still needs some work. Like it should have a more focused version of, hey, this is what we have access to. And so this is more open world content that it drops you into because you can actually go anywhere you want as a free to play player within those expansions. But there's no like guide, like at least, I don't know, the tutorial still, it's just a basic tutorial. It's not a hand holding tutorial, that's for sure. But I mean, it's still a decent tutorial into the game. So I really can't knock the tutorial. It does its job. It gets us out here and it gets us playing, gets us questing. It doesn't blatantly like flash this thing every 5 minutes saying, hey, give us money. So, I mean, I think the free to play is still the best recommendation on getting people into the game, especially if they've never played before. If you're a returning player, then I could recommend, I'd probably start with getting all access and making a character on a TLE server would still be my initial, like, hey, I'm returning to the game. I stopped playing and during Echoes of Fate Weir. Okay, well, I would recommend getting an all access membership and then making a character on one of the TLEs, or if you're wanting to do traditional EverQuest 2 on Halls of Fate. So the free-to-play option is for brand new players that have not played the game, or it's for people that need multiple accounts, I think, which is pretty nice. Freddie says, SSD drives are dropping because of the M.2 drives. I replaced all my SSDs with M.2. I'm actually in the process of saving for a new M.2, and I'm not going to do two M.2s. I'm going to do an M.2 and a regular SSD. That's my plan right now. On my stream PC, and then on my gaming PC, and then I'm going to start working on the stream PC. Wait until you log out and pops up in the browser window to buy me page. Yeah, so when you log out of the game, it will open up a web page that goes to the EverQuest 2 saying, "Here, this is what you can get for your money," kind of scenario. But I mean, again, that's not a huge thing. It gets annoying after the first few times, but if you're playing it for the first week on free to play, that's not a huge deal, right? It's not like it opens up the page while you're playing the game. Compared to other free-to-play games, EQ2's free-to-play model is very solid, and I can't knock it, really, because it is a great way for a new player to experience the game. What EQ2 needs to do somehow is find a way how to funnel new players into the game. I don't think EQ2 has enough traction in the internet world of like, hey, this is a very good MMO that people should be playing. And I don't know how EverQuest or the Daybreak company or whoever owns it now can make that any better. I'm not that person to ask that question, but I think that's what they need to do. Is find a way to how to funnel people back into the game. But I think today was a success. I think I got some content to show off. I don't know how long of a video I can chop this up into, but we'll work on it, and I'll try to do like a, free-to-play video for YouTube. I'm going to post a full VOD to YouTube as well, but I'm also going to cut some pieces out and make an actual free-to-play montage video. So I think we got some good things here. I'm going to cut out all the settings stuff where I got stuck with the chat channel list and things like that. But we'll cut it down, do some questions and answered, and see how that goes. Got the level 15 during the stream. Nice, Dark Inside. I do think we'll do some revisiting of the free-to-play. I'm not sure how we can work that in. Sorry, 16. Nice, Dark. Do some voiceover. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. I think we'll be good. And see how it goes. Right. But I think that's going to be it for me today, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. The next planned stream is for Tuesday. We're going to be over on Caladim, which is the time-locked expansion player versus environment server. You can check us out over there. We have a community there based in Aftermath. Aftermath is the community, so if you need a guild invite over there, let us know and we'll get you in it. If you're playing on traditional and you need a home, we're here for you on Halls of Fate. We'll get you invited into the guild and all that stuff. Get you taken care of. No, they didn't really do much marketing, did they, Beard? I mean, the Shattered Lands, we had that one movie trailer for a little bit where they did like the CG animated movie trailer. It used to play before the movie started. I remember that. But then WoW started doing their thing too, so WoW kind of took over the internet. Not like getting Ozzy to do WoW. This is very true. But next planned stream is Tuesday. We'll be over on Caladim, leveling the Paladin. I don't know if everybody was here. Uh-oh. Hello. What are you doing? Are you going to say hi to everybody? Come here. We got a visitor.
When I return, my hope is
So Tuesday we're going to do Caladim, and we're going to be playing the Paladin. Yesterday I talked about the roadmap that they released. It looks like Caladim is actually going to go all the way up until what expansion? Age of or Chains of Eternity is where we're going in there. So yeah. Oh yeah, she's huge. She's a big kid. Yeah, I know. Oh, you want my phone? Yeah. She wants my phone. That's all she wants me for, phone. You're not gonna say hi to the stream? You gonna wave? Wave. Say hi. You gonna say hi? Look, you're on the camera. Say hi. No? You're just gonna stare? Yeah, just say hi. No? Oh, you're getting too big. She's huge, guys. She's a big baby. All right. And I'll give you my phone. Here. Oh, I know now. I made on. Here, I'm getting it for you. How about it? Oh, you want up here? Guess we're doing it this way. All right, guys. I will talk to y'all later. Thank y'all for hanging out. Appreciate y'all being here. Must have gotten her looks from her mom's side. Damn, that's rough looking. But all right, guys. I will catch you all later. Oh, we need to do a channel currency giveaway, actually. I don't think I've talked about that yet.
Man, if this crap is rigged.
If you're following the stream, make sure you go ahead and type !enter. That'll put you in for the channel currency giveaway that I'm about to do. You get 5,000 copper pieces if you win. And you can use that to play the sound effects. And hold on, I don't need that coming up on the stream because I'm going to get copyrighted. Hold on, let me just turn down the volume just a little bit. Well, that's too low. There we go. Channel currency. You can use that to play sound effects, play the mini games in chat, all of that stuff. I appreciate y'all. Let's go ahead and see who won the channel currency giveaway. If you have to be following the channel to enter up on this, there's also going to be a Chrono giveaway coming up soon. Chrono is in-game. It's a way to purchase in-game time, and you can sell them within the game. It's basically a digital currency for EverQuest or Daybreak Games. We'll be giving away one of those in Discord starting soon. I haven't announced the official date yet, but when I do, it will run for a full week. You just have to be a part of the Discord channel, and we'll get you taken care of there as well. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to go ahead and close up the giveaway. Thank you guys again for hanging out today. I appreciate y'all being here. Can't say it enough. Thank you for supporting the stream, spending your time with the community, helping out in all the guilds, helping out in EverQuest 2. Thank you for all the questions and the pointers today, and the questions from the veterans in the channel as well about free-to-play. I really enjoyed that. It helped me remember a lot of things coming in. Snookin coming in hot with 100 bits. Thank you, sir. All right, let's go ahead and close it up. The giveaway has been closed. I'm going to pick a winner. Somebody said if Greg wins today, they quit. I swear if Greg wins today, I can quit. All right, let's see who won. Gotta pick a winner. 50 Cal Actual. Way to go, 50 Cal. Congrats, sir. Way to go. All right, let's go ahead and give at 50 Cal 5,000 copper. I'm gonna gamble it immediately. Oh boy. There's your did I say 50,000? I meant 5,000. Did I say 50,000? And he won. Hashtag anyone but Grug. Jeez. Grug has built up such a hate crew here as he sips the tears from his stein. Very cool. All right, guys. I will talk to y'all later. Stay safe out there. Be good humans. We'll see you back here Tuesday evening. And, yeah. Wish me luck on cutting this video up into a decent YouTube video, I guess. But I'll talk to y'all later. You'll probably see me online or off stream. Looking down from this spaceship. All right, y'all have a good one. Thank y'all for being in here today. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for putting up for the free-to-play madness. But, talk to y'all later. Y'all stay safe. Today's moment's brought to you from the community, by the community, for the community. Thank you for supporting the stream. We got cheers from Snookin, 100 bits. Thank you for the bit love. We got new followers, Fierce Dragon, River Flow, and Kodiak Attack. Thank you for the follows. Welcome to the community. Subs and resubs, Lizzie, Dagon, Swift, and Mick. Thank you for the subs. We had gifted subs today from Kozad. Actually, was it Kozad? Yes. No, yes, it was Kozad. Thank you, Kozad, for the 3 gifted subs. Appreciate the continued support. Can't say it enough. You guys are crazy for gifting subs. I'm in shock every time I see it. But thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the stream. I'll catch you all on Tuesday evening. Stay safe out there, guys. Talk to y'all later.
Yeah, I've been running and running to keep it 100. It's all that I wanted, but lately I don't get the stomach. The higher the summit, the harder the plummet. They know me all over this planet. I'm just a man and I can't understand it. Proud that I win and I did it myself. Probably wouldn't if I got the help. Hearing subliminals all on myself. Feel like I'm breaking, I'm falling to hell. Told me I'm sick and I tell her, oh well. Rather be dead than to know that I failed. Live for the chase, life is a race. I'm out of space, I'ma get on my face. I got a taste, well the whole play. Finna get laced if you step out of place. Like, first off, you don't run nothing. All talk and your team bluff it. My squad, we all dream crushing. We ain't rushing, no discussion. All I know is us made for this. Paid for this, yeah, slave for this. Been down and I'ma get it right. Get on sight like and I'ma get it right. Dead on sight like been down and I'ma get it right. Dead on sight like Never really know when you're gonna go. Why you gotta put another foot in front of yours? Bury them toes, carry them close. I was never one to care about my mentos. I was like froze, now I'm on floor. Give me that smoke, but I can't get high. We do the most, here to inspire. Doing what I'm supposed, but I can't get tired. Run for your life every night. See in the dark, blind by the light. I got the spark, I got the pipes. All of my arts coming to life. Had to face my fears while I chase my peers, and I found my spot. About time that I found myself. I've been out here walking that walk. Like, first off, you don't run nothing. All talking, your team bluffing. My squad, we all dream crush it. We ain't rushing, no discussion. All I know is I was made for this. Paid for this, yeah, slave for this. Been down and I'ma get it right. Dead on sight, like. First off, you don't run nothing. All talking, your team bluffing. My squad, we all dream crush it. We ain't rushing, no discussion. All I know is I was made for this. Paid for this, yeah, slave for this. Been down and I'ma get it right. Dead on sight, like. Down and I'ma get it right. Dead on sight like. Been down and I'ma get it right. Dead on sight like.